Now, supposing that you get elected in August, and somewhere down the road, 2 years, 3 years, you have a problem with your deputy, Rigathi Gachagua, for whatever reason, and you disagree completely, almost in the same manner that has happened right now, whichever direction it comes from. What are you going to do?
I want to tell you, Joe, that what you have said will never happen. It will not happen.
It doesn't just depend on you, sir.
I want to tell you that I will not allow, for example, my running mate or my deputy president to be humiliated by junior staff. I would not want a situation where clear responsibility. In fact, I have said it as much, and I have committed myself in writing that there are responsibilities my deputy will carry. Even when we had a vice president always chaired cabinet committees, always did certain things. And I want to promise you that my deputy president will be a very busy person.
But Bwana DP, many Kenyans will remember the relationship you had with President Kenyatta at the start. You wore the same sort of shirts. You interviewed CSS together. You did many things together.
I think you will not get very far, Joe, with this unless you go and ask Uhuru Kenyatta.
No. I'm asking the deputy president.
Because I have told you.
You are seeking to be president of Kenya.
Yes. I have told you what I will do with my deputy president. I have put it in writing that the first assignment
if he goes rogue, what would you do? Because you can't control what he will do.
The first assignment, you know, if my deputy president goes rogue, there is the law. If he, for example, abuses his office, there is the law. The law will take its course. If he runs, if he does things that are unconstitutional, there is a way a deputy president is dealt with by the law. But I want to promise you that I will do everything possible to make sure the deputy president's office, which is a constitutional office, is a functional office that serves the people of Kenya.
Great. And speaking of deputies, you have...
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, I want us to cover something on why I think the silence of President William Ruto on the impeachment of Gachagua is so loud. I hope you are fine. Personally, I'm of good health. And before we dive in, allow me to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for the continued support you have granted this channel. To the subscribers, keep on doing the same. And if you have not supported this channel, kindly take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, YouTube will automatically notify you. For this particular video, kindly put a like so that every time we produce this video, the video can be as visible to as many people as possible, and it will help us grow this channel. To be honest, the growth has been massive, and I don't take that for granted. Now let's get back to business. The talk of impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua has been there for more than 3 weeks now. But it escalated last week when the president was in America, and we expected him to come back to the country this week, where he was to have a PG meeting on Tuesday to determine the fate of Rigathi Gachagua. But he came in silently, and I think I saw him yesterday in somewhere talking about the issues of environment or what. But he has been so silent, not saying anything about the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. We don't know, maybe he may come out on this weekend, but as of now, he has said nothing. We are not sure if he's supporting the impeachment or he's against the impeachment. No one is sure. And you see in the 48 laws of power, there is a law that says use silence to gain popularity. But I think it is high time the president should tell us something about this impeachment. Does he support this? Or what is his idea? Because he's the head of state, he's the symbol of national unity. We want to hear from him. Because as it stands today, the ground is so hostile to those members of parliament who signed the motion, especially in the Mount Kenya region and in the Rift Valley. And today, public participation will be taking place in various specific mentioned halls in the 47 counties. They have been gazetted. Today the MPs will be there on the ground together with their, the people from their constituents, and they will be listening to the ground. So far, 4 Mount Kenya MPs who signed the motion have changed tune and are now saying they will vote no during the impeachment motion of Rigathi Gachagua. And as I told you, I'm not a prophet, neither am I a foreseer. But I told you, not all the 291 MPs that signed the impeachment motion will be supporting or will vote to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. One man, Caleb Amisi, a member of ODM from, is it Saboti, member of Saboti, said that appending the signature doesn't mean he supports the motion, but he wants to listen to the grounds. And we will see this happening with some of the members of parliament, and I'm telling you, next week will not be as easy as people may think. Mount Kenya is in fire, and things may turn out, but we'll do a video on the same on that issue. But for now, let us talk about why I think President William Ruto is silent on this issue of impeachment and has decided has chosen not to say anything about the impeachment motion. Number one, I saw one of the charges was Rigathi Gachagua asked William Ruto to give him 8 billion as an exit package so that he can exit in peace and leave power to another person. 8 billion was 2 million voters in Mount Kenya region multiplied by 4,000 by each voter, which is 8 billion. So it is said Gachagua asked for 8 billion so that he can use it as an exit package. So to me, I think number one is President Ruto decided to give him the package, and now refugee is ready to go because he has been given the 8 billion, and that was the gentleman's agreement, and he has said now I have to go now that I've been paid the 8 billion. So number one, President could have paid him the 8 billion that he asked for. If the allegations that were raised is ready to go by, then he may have decided to go with that allegation. Number two, the president, this marriage between Gachagua and Ruto is no longer tenable, and the president has decided now this guy has to go. And for him to go, I don't interfere with the independent institution. There is this clip that I just played at the beginning of the video. The president said he will never humiliate his deputy. But he went ahead also and said if the deputy becomes wrong, the law will take its course. The MPs have decided to invoke Article 151 of the Constitution on the impeachment of President and Deputy President, and now they decided to impeach Gachagua. And President Ruto, being the honest person that he said when he was the Deputy President, has decided to support this and allow the Deputy to go because that is what the Constitution says. And number three, you see President Ruto is someone who listens to the leaders. In 2022, when they were choosing the running mate, President Ruto called all the MPs, and then he told the MPs of Mount Kenya, nyinyi mwende mjifungie kwa room, mniletee mtu mmoja. And when these MPs went and jifungia in the room, they came up with the name of Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki. But Ruto, in his own wisdom or lack of it, decided no matter what, he's going to choose Gachagua because maybe they had a deal, or he loves him, he believes that this guy was a mobilizer, he was the most popular by then, and he chose him to be the running mate. Now maybe the president has sat down and focused and said, and he has resolved and said, I made a mistake, and now let me correct the mess as early as now, and he has decided now he wants to remove Gachagua so that he can pick Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki, of which I gave you the reasons why I think Abraham Kithure Kindiki mambo yake bado ni chairangi. So but maybe finally he has listened to the MPs, And I've decided now, this guy has to go. Number 4, it seems the president is supporting this impeachment motion. Like I told you, there was a cartoon that was drawn of Oscar Sudi and Ichungwa pushing Didi Magwara and telling him, enda ambia wasaini mdosi and support mdosi amesema tufanye maneno. So it could be Ruto now is pushing the MPs alafu anakaa chini ya maji so that he is not seen as someone who has supported the impeachment of his deputy. So he could be supporting the impeachment motion, but he has decided to play underwaters. And once the deal is done, he will go ahead and appoint a new deputy president. That's what I think. And number 5, maybe this is a strategy by Ruto. You see, politics is very interesting and it's very sweet and it's very dirty. So it could be a strategy by President Ruto to finish Gachagua, to bring him down, then at the end of the day he saves him. You see, I was seeing someone talking about how Moi used to work. Moi will create a problem through his cronies or people who are close to him, maybe a PC or a DC. They issue something about a statement. Maybe they decide we are going to increase. For example, you can use, well, let me make a good example. Ruto sends Treasury CS John Badi and tells him increase the VAT on fuel from 16% to 20%. And then they push it to Parliament and the Parliament passes it. Then Ruto will come and say no. After listening to Wananchi, that's not a fair thing to do. And I'm ordering John Badi to remove this thing. The people will clap for him. The same way is what he's doing with Gachagua. The MPs are frustrating him, he has said nothing. Then on Monday or on Tuesday in the morning, he calls a press and says, I don't support this impeachment and I'm asking the member of the MP for Kibwezi is to withdraw the motion immediately. We want to work together as brothers and impeachment is not an option. And he will appear a good person in the eyes of Mount Kenya people. You see now, Mount Kenya kuna waka moto. We will wait to see how this public participation will go on in various places, but I'm telling you it will be noisy, messy, and it will have casualties. Especially in the Mount Kenya region. Those MPs will never see peace, will never know peace. And what will happen is, what happened in the finance bill where the houses of the members of parliament were burned down, I'm telling you that one will happen also in this impeachment motion of Gachagua. The people of the mountain are very angry. They are very angry with anyone who is supporting the impeachment motion of Gachagua. Those are some of the reasons why I think the president is so, the silence of the president in this issue is so loud that to an extent that we don't know what he thinks and what he's planning to do. But those are some of the points that I have. And until next time, this is Hirram Kemei. Subscribe, like, and share.